8 Fastcast.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Margot Gray with 48 Fastcast, our digital version of your top headlines in a fast newscast. We begin our continued coverage of the May 20th tornadoes that swept through the Tennessee Valley. We have a team of reporters across North Alabama as homeowners and volunteers start to clean up, sort through that debris, and get power restored. Our Sky 48 drone flew over the Killingsworth Cove area near Gurley this morning, and you can just see it for yourself. Some of the homes leveled, swept off their foundation in the aftermath. It's hard to even picture what this looked like before. Incredibly, no one was injured in this neighborhood. WAFF 48's Matthew King was in the Killingsworth Cove area since about 4 a.m. this morning, and he talked to a family who lost everything.
Seeing lots of displays of emotion, some hugs, some family members coming to help out a Madison County family who lost everything. Here behind me, you can see their family home and workshop completely wiped out by a storm just last night. And across the street is the debris from that home. The storm was so powerful, it pushed everything across the street to this field right here in this valley. All the mud, debris, everything you see behind me was their family home and their workshop. Now community members out here to support the family after they lost everything.
At one point when we were watching the coverage, Brad Travis paused, took a deep breath, and he said, "Oh man, this is bad." And I told my wife, I said, "Hey," we need to take this very serious.
Dusty Gibson and his family flocked to a storm shelter before another round hit his home head on. When they came back, they found devastation waiting for them.
The shelter, we were there for 10, 15 minutes, I guess, and heard it hit, and then came up here and just saw all the destruction. Everything you've ever worked for your whole life is scattered all over the community now, in the matter of just minutes.
But despite the damage, he's counting his blessings knowing no one in his community was hurt.
All of this can be replaced. We've worked hard to get to where we're at, and we'll work hard to get to where we want to be again. So I've got my wife, my kids, everybody's good. So that's, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
Also wiped out in the storm were the power poles. Here you can see it's just reduced to shreds here. That's causing everybody here to be without power. It shut down Killingsworth Cove Road for the meantime as crews continue to pick up the damage. In Madison County, Matthew King, 48 on our side.
Thankfully, much quieter out there. It's a warm day today. Temperatures back in the upper 70s, a breeze out of the north. We've got sunshine, though, and it's great. Unfortunately, it's good weather for those that have to clean up. There's a lot of cleaning up across the area. Down in Hartsville, program weather radios earlier. Saw several damaged paths on the way down there as well. But things are quiet. The radar is dry, but we could see showers tomorrow morning. Current temperatures actually hit 80 now. 84 in Tuscaloosa, 86 down in Evergreen. The cooler part of this air mass is to the north. We'll see a little bit of this tonight with morning lows in the 50s. Here's your forecast for you Thursday, 73 at 11 a.m., 78 at 3. I think we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, a few showers in the morning, but after that should be a pretty nice looking Thursday. Friday doesn't look bad either. Saturday, we may need to add chances for rain there. We'll be talking about that coming up at 4 o'clock.
All right. Thank you, Brad. We are still covering that damage for you following yesterday's tornadoes. Stick around and we'll continue after this short break. Well, we're on your side today as we get reports of damage left behind following yesterday's tornadoes. Volunteers worked alongside city crews to clean up storm debris this morning. This is in Madison. This is on McDermott's Way and Jarrett Lane. You can see heavy machinery being used to load tree debris onto trucks. Crews use chainsaws to remove larger sections of downed trees as well. And if you turn the corner off Jarrett Lane, you'll see this damage on Markham Lane. This is video shot by one of our producers. Actually, you can see a fence has fallen over, some debris to a neighbor's roof as well, and trees just scattered throughout that yard. Now let's move over to Colbert County, where people living in the Brickhattan community worked today to clear storm damage. That damage included wind damage to a church's sign. We also went by a home where we counted at least a dozen trees down just in their front yard. 2 people were injured in the storms in Colbert County. As of now, those are the only injuries reported across all of North Alabama following yesterday's storms.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
Very fortunate, many of us counting our blessings today that it wasn't much worse, but some of these damage paths are very, very narrow. And the storms, actually the Huntsville National Weather Service out there doing storm surveys today. So we're going to find out the rating on these tornadoes and just how many we had. I'm thinking we had at least 5, maybe 6 tornadoes out there. That may be on the low end of that. Just depends on if they're long tracked or if they skipped and cycled through. Guntersville quiet. The last time I was looking at this image, it was sporadic, continuous lightning, I should say, just like a strobe light. No rain on the radar today. Temperatures, it got warm today. Low 80s out to 83 Athens, 82 in Decatur. And here's where we're going tonight. By 10 o'clock, we're going to be in the mid 60s. So it should be a comfortable night. Now, we may see a brief shower as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow, but beyond that, things are looking pretty good. And we continue on into the rest of your day tomorrow. The afternoon should be improving. Friday looks good too. Satellite, not much going on around here, but down to the south, they had a round of thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast earlier today. My uncle sent me a message. He was trying to do some fishing and he needed a personal forecast, but he got it too late, I think. Here's tonight's forecast: 58, mostly cloudy, sunrise tomorrow at 5:40. Again, those clouds coming in very late and a brief shower in the morning, then 77 for the high. Winds out of the west, northwest at 10. Wind forecast tomorrow, not much change from today, maybe less wind out there. We're talking winds only around 11 miles per hour. Here's your 10-day forecast: 77 tomorrow. Slightly cooler Friday morning, waking up to 56, kind of like tomorrow morning. And then over the weekend, I mentioned it may have to increase the chance of rain, looking at the latest guidance for Saturday. So right now there will be periods of showers, a few thunder showers out there all the way through Memorial Day and probably into the early part of next week. And then maybe a break in this weather pattern. But boy, it looked a lot better. It's one of those weekends where it looked a lot better just a few days ago. We'll be talking a lot more about this coming up at 4, 5, and 6.
It can change that fast. Thank you, Brad. Well, that'll do it for your Fast Cast. We'll be back here online in just a few minutes with the Before the 4 headlines. And then don't forget to join us starting at 4 o'clock on air as we continue to cover the damage from those May 20th tornadoes. Have a good and safe afternoon.